I want you all to take a few seconds to put your hand on your pulse. Do you feel that? That's called potential. Potential is the capacity for you to do something, to achieve something. It's inside all of us, just like the beats in our heart. When I was in high school, I spent most of my time feeling dead inside. I was silently living with mental illness. I was quiet, reserved, and had very low self-esteem. I was bullied every day and told I would never achieve anything, that I'd never amount to anything. I self-harmed, one of the only ways I knew how to feel again. I even had thoughts of and attempted suicide several times. I felt like I had no purpose in life, no reason to live. I want you now to think of something you really love, something you're passionate about, something in your life, or maybe someone else's life that you want to change. That's called purpose. Purpose is the reason we do or achieve something. And without purpose, very few of us can unlock our own potential. So today, I want to share with you how I, a young girl who didn't even have a reason to live, found my purpose in life, which brought me to this moment right here with all of you. In 2013, I'd once again decided to end my life. That same day, my mother sent me an email. It was for a youth leadership summit called Kaleidoscope from the team at Multicultural Youth NT. The application asked us, what did we want to achieve from the summit? What change did we want to create in our community and for young people in the Northern Territory? I didn't end my life that night. Instead, I submitted my project idea for Kaleidoscope. What change did I want to create in my community? It was the same change I wanted to create in myself. I wanted to be able to speak openly and honestly about my mental health issues. I wanted to feel supported and understood by those around me. I wanted this for myself, but I also wanted this for everyone. Purpose is the reason we wake up in the morning, go to school or work, and survive day to day. It can also drive us to pursue the things we care about and the things we want to change. So as long as we have a pulse from our beating hearts and have the passion and motivation to do so, we can create amazing change within ourselves and in the lives of others. I was accepted into the Leadership Summit, and it was there I found my purpose. The project was called ShoutOut, and it gave young people a platform to talk openly and honestly about their mental illness, and to create a more supportive and understanding community around them. Just like those that participate in ShoutOut today, my motivation was my own struggles and the stigma that refrained me from getting help earlier. But what does purpose have to do with potential? Why can't we create change without it? After the Leadership Summit, I was asked to write an article in the local newspaper about my experiences there. I pretty much shared the same story I shared with you, but it was met with much criticism. It was hard to hear people I knew and loved be so angry and hurt as to why I would share my story in such a public way. All around me, people were chatting away about how ashamed I should be, how ashamed my family should be, and how no one my age could possibly have a mental illness because what do I have to be sad about? But then I noticed something pretty amazing. Suddenly, there were conversations happening in our community about mental illness. People were talking about it in school hallways, in lounge rooms, and especially on Facebook. People were sharing their story with their loved ones and in the process creating that crucial support network. What had been created was a movement, and although I still heard the mutters of haters, I pushed on because my driving force, my purpose and passion for creating a better world far outweighed anything negative anyone could throw at me. And it's that same purpose that drives those that still share their story today to do that very daunting task. So it's not enough to just have potential. Because when things get hard and you're on the brink of giving up, it is purpose that motivates us to keep going. Before I found my purpose, my life felt pretty pointless. I'd wake up each day in agony because I didn't want to live, but I didn't want to die either. I'd fall into this vicious cycle of self-harm and self-hate because my only motivation was to get up each day and try and not hurt myself. And when I couldn't do that, I'd fall into that vicious cycle. I found my purpose when I decided I wanted to be the person that I needed when I was growing up. I looked into my past, decided what I needed to change in the present to create a better future for society as a whole. You see, you can have all the potential in the world, but identifying your purpose is the key link between recognizing an issue and creating the solution. Purpose gave me a reason to live, not just day to day, but into the future. Not just for me, but for the betterment of society and future generations. Purpose gave me a reason to wake up in the morning and look forward to the day. And I honestly believe if we all identified and pursued our own purpose, we can all feel just as empowered as I have since I found mine. I can't tell you how to find your own purpose. That's your own journey. There's no timeline and there's certainly no one way of doing it. But I encourage you, when you do find your purpose, to pursue it, because it's when I found mine that my life became worth living. From the moment our hearts start beating in our chest, we all have the potential to do great things. But if we all found and pursued our purpose, we can create the most amazing society together. Thank you.